Hello, guys.
how are you?
Hello.
I'm Kiko.
I'm Fabio.
Yeah.
Hi.
And first of all, I just want to say that we love the movie. Like we watched it before
Yeah.
coming here. Yeah, in Portugal. We came all the way from Portugal.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, only to this interview. Yeah, so you better feel special.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
make
yeah.
you guys feel special.
So I'm in London for the first time, and I know that you were born here. So I was hoping maybe you could, tell me some places I could visit and some fun thing to do.
There's definitely some great neighborhoods that are kind of new that weren't cool when I was here.
Okay.
I mean, this is the best area to go, tourist site, whatever. And then Shoreditch is really cool. The last couple times I've been here, I don't usually come and get a lot of time off. But there's really good markets on the weekends, and you can just walk to the flower market, and then go into a pub and get a pint and roast of the day, and be
Oh, I
very,
have to
very
check it out.
English.
Cool.
Yeah.
But you were raised in California, right?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I'm a
okay.
California girl.
So, what is the role of California in your career?
It's a big one. I mean, I grew up in a quintessential beach town. Everyone surfs or skates, so that was a big part of my culture. And actually, it's kind of a little bit like some of the parts in the movie where you see these groups of guys going out and smoking a lot of weed and all that. So, yeah.
Zach, you are from California too, right?
Yes, born and raised.
Yeah. Tell me.
There's a lot of similarities to the movie and your guys' lives.
Yeah,
In some parts.
yeah. Max and I specifically, this movie takes place in North Hollywood or the Valley of Central California.
Yeah.
Not Central California.
Southern.
Southern California, and it's semi-based on sort of a combination of both of our life experience, and then amplified with the DJ music.
Yeah.
Do you feel that you gotta represent where you came from for the rest of your lives?
I think it's impossible not to. I think It depends where you're from in California.
What's funny actually is that the guys are skate. There's this whole kind of skater element to the guys, which wasn't a part of the script or the movie until Zac came on board.
Oh,
Yeah, and
I don't know if you even knew that. Zac came on, and it was just I looked at his stuff and some of his pictures, and I saw that he loved skateboarding. I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. He so authentically looks like a Southern California kind of skater. That would, Zac is Zac, and it's hard for, I think a general audience to see him as just a normal guy, and when he's got a skateboard and he's hanging out with these guys at the skate park, I was like, that makes total sense. That's where he fits.
In the valley, that's how you got around without getting chased by paparazzi. If you're carrying a skateboard, nobody's looking at you because you're clearly not cool if you're riding a skateboard. So I would just ride my skateboard everywhere.
Next, one question. Why is your first movie about music, dreams, and friends?
Because I used to watch you on Catfish on MTV, and that would be my question too, because it's such a different type of project, and I was just
Yeah, Catfish is a fun. It's a fun thing that I got invited to be a part of, but. Before Catfish, I've been striving, just like Zac's character in the movie is wanting to be a DJ. I've been striving to be a filmmaker, director for the last, 12 years or so, and I've been making a lot of YouTube shorts, and just like he's making music in his bedroom, I'm making films, in my bedroom on my laptop. Yeah. And I love music. All my films I've ever made have a very strong musical element, and I happen to really love electronic music. So this was a great opportunity to put it all together.
Emily, what is the next step of your career?
More acting, definitely, for sure. I really love it. It's something that, I always did when I was younger, and then modeling kind of took over, but more of both, though, for sure.
And what did you felt when you saw the final product, the movie finished?
I'm really, really proud of it. I'm really proud of Max for his first film, and I'm really proud of Zac because I think it's, the first time that people get to see Zac in a different light. And I'm happy that we get to share it with everyone.
There's a quote that stayed in my mind from the movie that it's hear what the world is trying to tell you. And I feel like that's such an important thing to talk about because nowadays people, you take the subway or you go into the street and everyone is looking at their smartphones and not really paying attention. And I was I was going to ask you, like, how do you stay, on the new technology world that it's here and it's now, and how do you balance it out with still not forget to live
I mean,
and see the world?
It's scary because people go to dinner and hang out with people just to take a Facebook
Yeah.
photo sometimes, which is weird.
It's so weird to
I
me.
think you have to remember that that's not what's going to make you the person that you are.
You gotta stay grounded, whether it's meditating or whether it's listening to music and tuning out of your gadgets, or whether it's running or just any, those things. If you don't do that, you can go insane, just like being inside of the gadget.
I personally love to just get lost. I go travel. I love to go with my dad and my brother, but we go on like, 1 week or 2 week excursions, like out into Machu Picchu or
the nature.
Go into nature where phones just don't work.
Yeah, it is important to still keep that.
Yeah, and everywhere I go, that's the one cool thing about it is I make friends very easily. So now I've got a lot of places in the world where I can go to really and just unlock, just let go.
Any advice for young people from our generation that you got? One advice, I don't know.
I mean, I think to really like not be afraid to be an individual and to like love yourself. I think that's really important. And even though, in a movie where you have like movie stars like Zac Efron finding himself, and maybe people are like, oh man, I wish it was easy for me. I think that everyone can really do that, no matter what your background is or where you come from. And I think that's what we wanted to communicate.
So true, yeah.
And remember that every single time you face a challenge in life, it's really just another opportunity to grow. Yeah. And I think that's one of the coolest things about that I try and remind myself every day. And it never changes. I wake up every day with different fears, different things that are holding me back. I have a lot like. And every time I walk through those walls or those barriers, I find that I grow. And sometimes it's really scary, but just remember, never stop striving.
You have to leave your comfort zone, yeah.
There are no,
Okay, just to
There
finish.
are no mistakes. I was gonna say there are no mistakes.
The only lessons.
There is no wasted time. Everything happens for a reason, and stick with doing what you love doing, and if you're persistent, I think it'll happen.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's been really fun. You guys put us.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Did you listen?
Where are you from Lisbon or?
We are from Lisbon.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Like I was so scared coming in here.
Oh, really?
Thinking,
It's our first
I don't know.
time.
It's.
Oh, you guys did a great job.
Yeah, you're great.
Yeah, but it's such a big.